hello. ये लाइव हुआ क्या? Am I live? Hello. Yeah, I think I'm live. If you guys can hear me, give a shout out here. Leave it in the comments. I'll just check this very quickly. Yes, I am live. Nice. Okay, I think I am live. If you guys can hear me, please let me know in the comments. If there's something wrong with my audio, again, just very quickly give a shout out in the comments. I'll wait a little bit longer for everyone to join the stream. Yeah, let's just see how it goes. Okay. Okay, while we wait for people to join, hi, I'm Shreyans Bansali. For you guys who don't know me, the CEO of Assistive AI. We have been building AskCodi for 2 years now, and it has been a journey. Enjoyed every bit of it, and I think where we are headed now is more of a culmination of what we want to do with AskCodi, or what is actually why we started AskCodi. So really excited about this launch, this version, and really happy to be presenting this new version. I hope you guys also feel that excited about the launch as we are doing. This should be an exciting one. Let's just wait a little longer. I'll see. I think there's something wrong with the video. I'll just quickly fix it so that we can get this sorted. Hello. Okay. I think we can get started. Or is it still? Is my video still a little choppy, or is this fine now? Still not good. Audio is clear. Video is not. Okay. Maybe I can do something here. Okay. There is something weird with my video. Okay, I think maybe I can start now. This is so bad. There's something really. Okay, so great. I think we'll start. Hopefully the video will be fine soon. I will try to enunciate. I think I'll try to enunciate as much as I can as to what's happening with AskCodi and what we're planning to do here. Very quickly, let's start this. So, introducing the new AskCodi version 5 for the first time. Our team has worked really hard for the last month to get you something very exciting and uh, something I think we are really proud of as to what we're bringing here. Um, so, okay, yeah, really excited. We're bringing changes across the platform. All the functionalities are getting updated in terms of uh, the apps. Yeah, all the performances are getting updated in terms of apps, the UI part of it, and how are we bringing the streamlined UX experience. What are we doing here? So bringing changes across to all the platforms. Today I'm going to be announcing three major changes across the three usability part of the platform, which is the AskCodi apps. Very important in terms of how the platform is being used. It's a versatile coding toolkit which helps you work across different functionalities, different time frame of your coding domain, coding workflow. So bringing changes to AskCodi apps. The next changes is coming to the Codi sandbox, which is the UI generation part of AskCodi, with major UI updates, with new languages introduced, with new CSS introduced. So great work there. And the last one comes with code spaces, which is an upgraded version of our data sources and agents. Hopefully we'll get this. Let's just go through each one of them and see what are we building here. The first one would be the AskCodi apps. This is something that we have been toying around from day one, and this is what is gonna become the base of a lot of AskCodi features that we are bringing now. So, and this is also gonna something that's gonna work out with the Codi agent. So introducing the new UI for Codi apps. This UI is built in mind keeping the usability, functionality, and the switching between apps. So on the left you can see all the apps that you have access to. If there are certain apps that you would like to that you use quite often, you can just favorite them and keep them on top. On the right you see the history of all the chats that you have worked with. You can also start new, and in the center you see a chat like structure with explains what app you're on, refactor. So it's a chat like UI, but with the flexibility and the advanced capabilities of Codi apps. So it's still a code generator, and if you would implement a linear search, you can select the model and Python 3 and send. It changes the UI to a chat UI, and then it just starts writing the answers. So it's still a code generator. It still knows that it needs to generate code for your query, and it's still optimized to give you code for your language, but with the added benefit of continuing with chat. This is something that probably might not be new in terms of usability, since we see ChatGPT and Claude, but we wanted to still keep the benefit of Codi apps, which is a little bit more powerful than general chat apps, but still have the possibility of continuing your conversation. So what other search algorithms are there or something as simple as that. So now you can continue your conversations from where you left. It understands what your is, and it's as simple as that. It's just that the first output is related to the app you're on. So yeah, you get this answer here. If I just copy this code. So now let's say I want to switch apps. So I just copy this code. I have a linear search. I basically go to bug detector or a code explainer. Now I just need to paste the code and send. And this time it's going to explain the code. That's the benefit of these apps. That's why I wanted to keep the app and not totally go away from the apps, but still introduce the new chat UI. That's one of the major benefits that's coming through with Codi apps. The next major update that we bring is the image input. So like any other, you can also bring in images to your code generation now. So let's do this for React with Tailwind. Tag manager, light and dark mode. So when I press enter, this time the input of the image is also going through to your chat applications, and you can see it creates a component for your image. It would be something very close to, and it's actually really good. Some of the models are really good. Since we have a bunch of models, some models have access to images, some don't. So we'll be filtering out, once you add an image, we'll be filtering out the models that you can send images to. But yeah, that's the next benefit that's coming through Codi apps, is now you can add images to the input, so you don't need to go to an UI generator or image to code. You can just use it in any app. So let's say there's a bug in the code, or you want to figure out what's wrong with the code, you can just upload an image to code generator for the code and then work it. Similarly, for the history, it's very easy to switch between history now. So literally switch between history, take one, take to the other one, go to the other one, and integrate, even if you're switching. So it switches the app for you. Now if you start new, it will just start in the app itself. So this new UI would tie together, basically using multiple apps in one go, without having to switch a lot of screens and facilitate UI everything. So this is a major upgrade that we bring to apps, and this ties to other products, and then we'll talk about it as we go. So moving on, the next one I'm excited to announce and genuinely very happy to bring forward is the interactive UI generation, the sandboxing. This is something that I think a lot of developers require, and you do get it outside. There's a lot of competition, but what we have done different from others is also started including other languages. We don't just have React, we have access to now Vue, Angular, Svelte, Static, and we also have a combination of different CSS styles. Currently we support Tailwind, Bootstrap, CSS, and Material UI. So now you can work with a combination of a lot of different languages with different CSS styling and create. So why am I talking? Let's just start and try this out. Actually, I'll just move my image to the right because you might not be able to see the chat bar. This is another update we brought to the sandboxing as well. So a little bit more cleaner. There's a generate box. You can see there's a code box. This is live. So like if I remove it, you can see it being rendered here. If I just change language, you'll also see that the code language files are being updated. I'll just zoom in once more to just show you. You can see this is app.vue when I have Vue. When I go to React, it becomes app.js. When I go to Svelte, it becomes app.svelte. So it works with the app you are currently in. So let's go with React and Tailwind. Let's generate a very simple thing which everyone would do probably at one point. A landing page with a hero section and pricing section. And when you click there, so what it does is on the left you can see the code streaming, and the next big thing that we have introduced in the UI generator is a multi-file generator. So it generates multiple files to complete the UI that you need to generate, and it basically gives you code for all of it. And this is how the editor works. You can do different versioning of it, and basically you render this. Actually, what happened here? Okay, so let's try this again. Landing page with hero section, hero pricing section. I think my page got refreshed. I'll just very quickly go through it again. So yeah, as you can see, it generates all the component files and it renders the code as you need it. Running through it once more. Why am I getting this? Yeah, AI is tricky. We did this, but somehow it doesn't seem to be rendering. Damn. Okay. Let's just try it once more. I'll try the hero section once more. If not, I'll move to other versions of this. I promise you this was working, and this is a working version. We will test this thoroughly before releasing it. But yeah, You can see it here. Okay, we will be testing this, but yeah, so it can generate files, multiple files. I think the connection of multiple files and structure is still a little bit off, but can generate multiple files. It does render the UI for you on the right side, and you can do further clarifications on the sandboxing itself. So like, let's say I want to add a image on the right half, and then you send, and it just keeps editing the old files. You will see what it's editing and what it's bringing to the current file structure, and then it comes, you again see the render. I don't have a hero image JPEG in the project, but once you add it, this is gonna be the work. So now you not just see what your code is being rendered, but you see how would you use it in actual project, because you see the app.js, you see the index.js, you see the style components, you see the index.html, and you can even go back to your older versions. So you can still go back to the version of hero and maybe like, okay, I want the background black, let's say, and this time it's working on a version with the background black, but this time because I started it with the hero segment, that's why I didn't have the image. So it works on the version that you are currently on, and then it goes next and gives you the code. Yeah, this is because it's the complexity of the thing has increased a lot more. It can be a little finicky, but since you have access to a lot of different models, you can just switch and try again. This time I'm gonna try it with llama 3.1 405 billion. So change the background of the component to black. As simple as that. So this time the initial code was generated from GPT-4o, but I want the follow-up to be llama 3.1, and as you can see, this time it correctly changed the background to black. So yeah, there's a lot of randomness that's coming with the AI models, but we are trying to make it as stable as we can. You can just switch models and then try it again, as simple as that. That's how easy we have tried to make this. Let's just try one more component. This time I'm gonna switch languages, maybe to Svelte, because why not? I want to do Svelte and CSS, and I want to do a to-do list. Why not? I think this is the basic first things that you learn usually doing front-end development anyway, so we should not let this go and also build a to-do list for ourselves. Yeah, so we have a basic to-do list. Hello, team. Yeah, I don't know how to work with Svelte, but maybe I can try this. Okay, so I have this error. I send it back because I wanted to fix the error that we are going through. I have no idea how to work with Svelte. I've never worked with it before, and I just want to see if this can fix it. So when I do it this time, hey, no, this doesn't work. See, yeah, this is tricky, but it works with Svelte. As you can see the UI. Someone who I think is a little bit more practiced with Svelte would be easier to do this. I am a React developer. I think I can handle React code quite well. But this is the major upgrade we are bringing to Sandbox. It can generate multiple files. We are building this to be able to create complete projects. Like literally, I really wanted to do a landing page. So let's just try it once more. I would be really oh, I did it in Vue. Nice. Okay, this time we're doing it in Vue with CSS. Hopefully it works better than React. Nope, doesn't work. Yeah, still I think landing page might be a little bit too complicated for it, but let's just go ahead. This is for the Sandbox. We are working to make it more stable with all languages, all apps, maybe even with a different model. And this is coming soon as well. So that's the next updates to Sandbox. And the last one is what we are seriously excited about is the dev environments or the code spaces. This is an upgrade to data sources that you would use in current version, or even to your agents. We currently have three options: to start from scratch, to start from template, or import from GitHub that you usually had anyway. Scratch is basically just, let's start a hello world project. Hello world project. This just creates an empty project for you. So the next UI update that we are bringing to AskCodi is its very own UI, its very own code editor, an online editor. So let's do main.py. Confirm. It's a code editor. You can actually work here in terms of what you want to do for your project. So print hello world. This comes with an inbuilt code editor. The benefit as to where Codi can come into this whole play is its chat with files. So now you can actually chat with files while you code. So maybe what I want to do is hello to the user, take name as params, and currently I'm talking to the main.py, but what you can also do is talk to the entire project, and you can select it. For now I'm gonna try it with main.py. So when you search, it just gives you greet user, hello name, greet user, and I can just copy paste it to the code and save. So this is now an actual Python project that we are working on AskCodi with the help of AskCodi, Codi, while talking to the files. We have our history here. You can go back and check. This is the talk with files. This is the new visual editor, new code editor that we're bringing to AskCodi. This is the next step in terms of working with projects, working with your GitHub repositories, or even practicing creating repositories on AskCodi if you have no experience with an IDE or something. So this is a place where this is a place where people can learn how to build projects and also try how to build it with the help of Codi. You can talk to your entire project as well. I think we'll do this in a different one, but the main benefit is you can also upload files. So let's say I have this DeepSeek LangChain file. I have this file which basically lets me talk to DeepSeek via LangChain, and I wanna maybe take input from user and show the result or something as simple as that, or maybe even stream the result. I can increase the complexity of this a little bit more, and then when you ask it, it basically works on the file and it gives you the code. This is really well, it works really well for people who want to create their own project or start or work through it. So this IDE is what we imagine is going to be the next step for agents, because if we have an environment that we can control, the agents have access to, it can actually create files, delete files, change files. So this is something we're very excited to bring. We are going to be adding all the apps to the IDE itself. So if you're on a platform, if you're on a code file, you can just start a code reviewer and literally do a review without having to give any input or stuff. So this is the next step for us. You can start with templates. This is where we wanted users to try out different projects. We'll be adding a lot more templates, a lot more different languages. So if you want to learn how to build a project or work with a project, start with a project, this is something you can do. Just start with a template. I already created one because some of these GitHub projects can take quite long. So let's say I have this React project with, it says learn React or something. But what I want to do is I want to talk to the whole thing and I want to figure out which libraries are being loaded. So this time I'm not talking to the file, I'm talking to the entire project, because I want to understand what files are being loaded. So when it retrieves the readme file and the package.json file, and it tells you exactly what libraries are being loaded. When I open package.json, it literally tells me the same thing. So not just files, but you can talk to your entire repositories, entire projects, see this, how it's working. basically talk to your files, even implement features, and we'll be implementing a repository wide implementation. So if like I want to implement a component in this, I would be able to, it would give me step by step to implement a component. So this is the next step. This is an editor. People would love to run the code files and see the editor results right here. This is the first step. We are doing it step by step. This is the editor that we are releasing right now. This is to work with the files, but soon we'll be able to connect this to actual terminals, and yeah, this is how you work. You can still okay, I see a question. I think can you upload image to that UI? I think it might be for sandbox, so I think we'll go back a bit later, but you can upload images to any place that you can chat with AI now. We will be selecting models which are multimodal. We will be focusing more on that because we want this capability of having image inputs. There might be some models which might be depreciated because they are not multimodal yet, but yeah, so any place where you can chat with an AI, you can probably upload an image. The second question is, can we run the files from the editor? That's the next step. We will be soon connecting this to terminals and bringing the whole experience here, so you can even run your projects here and actually learn and build the entire thing here without having to take it externally or something. I think the last one is the GitHub from import for GitHub. This is for your own projects. If you want to bring your own projects and document throughout the project or refactor or just see how to work with it, this is for the import for GitHub. It works similarly. You still need a GitHub access token. Once you do it, you can see all your files, work through the files, even understand it. So maybe like I go through one of the testing files. I have the resources. Maybe these are the working JSONs. So check docstring. You can, what does this file do? And it's a little shakeable, so I can just, so exactly it right now I had to write what does this file do, but eventually once we have the code explainer app in the editor itself, you can just click on a button and get the explanation. This would be really helpful for onboarding new developers, passing your code spaces through your entire team, understanding apps together, creating documentations, even live coding multiple together. So really fun stuff that we are planning to build and bring to the code editor in AskCodi. Our team, I think, has worked really hard on getting this up. I'm really proud of my team in terms of what we can implement, and I'm not even kidding. There's some really great stuff that we'll be planning to build here. So I really hope you guys stay tuned and start experimenting with these. These are the three bigger updates that are coming to AskCodi as a whole. The whole UI itself is getting an uplift. We are making it more faster, more streamlined, more user friendly in terms of languages. We heard you. We are now letting you create languages, even create a custom list. So I don't have any other. I just keep the languages that I want to work with. Default models you can switch, but every time I refresh, it goes back to my default model. So working small changes throughout the platform, but it is coming that we are updating all throughout, and we have listened to all the feedback that you guys have been pouring in. The capability to set your own languages, to set a default language, to set a default model, basically continue with chat. We listen to all the feedback you give us, so we continuously try to integrate it as much as we can. This new UI update is something that we have been working for a really long time, but we are ready, and we will be rolling this out slowly to everyone, initially to the premium users and then eventually to the entire platform. We want this to be very stable by the time it's in the hands of everyone. Codi apps is actually quite stable. IDE is stable. The sandboxing still needs a little bit of fine polishing to get working with really large projects, but yeah, I think we are working on a stable version, and This will be rolled out soon to everyone. Uh, and we want to do this as fast as possible. We are excited about what you guys can build with this, what do with this, and basically get as much feedback from you as possible. We are always listening, so reach out to us if you would like to be a beta tester and test out this platform, and if you're eager to give us a lot of feedback, then please reach out to us in support. We have Mahima in support for AskCodi, and she has been working really well with Discord and the live chat. So reach out there. We have our integrations. We haven't forgotten integrations. Integrations are an important part of AskCodi. We are building it for all the IDs we have. Our CTO is working really hard. Sachin Sharma, you might have talked to him, and you can talk to him on Discord as well. But working really hard to bring you really updated integrations. We really hope for a little bit patience. It might be that we're a little late, but never not there. Building new IDs. So yeah, this is the new update for AskCodi V5. I'm really excited, as you can see, as you can hear from my voice and the way I'm doing it. I've been using this for some time, and this has been amazing. I think it's time I can take some questions now. So please write down your questions in comment section. My team will pass it on to me, and I will answer them as I go. Let's just see how it's going to be. Okay. Stability for the apps. Yes, core sandbox. We are continuously making it stable. It keeps improving with literally every day. Once it's very stable, we'll release it to everyone. Can we run the files from the editor? That's the next thing. We did the sandboxing for UI. We want to bring it for the other projects as well. Hopefully we'll release this for Python first, and then eventually build out other languages. How can I get this version? Again, like I said, we're rolling this out soon. If you are a premium user, if you're a paid user for the platform, you'll be getting this very soon as Monday. Some of the users will be getting it as soon as Monday, and we'll be rolling it out as we get stability and we get more feedback. Can we set default model and default language so that we don't have to change it every time? Exactly. I know that was irritating, and we have fixed it. So you can even not enable some of the models or some of the languages. You can just keep it to a part where you actually want to use it. So this would be the next. This is there, and it will be in the new UI. Will you be ever integrating with Visual Studio versus VS Code? We would love to support Visual Studio, but it's a very troublesome IDE in terms of creating extensions. I don't know if I should say this, but we did create a Visual Studio version, but the moment they release a new version, it's not compatible with the previous version, so it requires a lot more development effort, which takes away from creating these awesome cool features. But we would love to support all the IDEs, Visual Studio, Jupyter Notebook, Atom, New Vim. We have a lot of IDEs that we have in mind, and we do keep users updated on Discord. So if there's something that you want to keep working on, or you want a feature that you want us to build really fast, or something that is more priority, just put it on Discord. If a lot of people support it, we actually do prioritize our community. So definitely join. Okay, I'm waiting for a little bit more questions. I can maybe even reply to some of the users there. So I see we have Keith there, Fabio, Jeffrey. Hello everyone. First lifetime Codi user ever since it was called Ask Jarvis. I remember the days. We love that name, and I think with every version we do improve in the way we are going, but I think we are getting to a point where we want to keep this as a stable version and build on top of it, build really cool features, and maybe even take it to some crazy levels. Really excited. So okay, the next question is it possible to use two programming languages in the same time in future, for example JS for front end and PHP for back side? I think that is what custom language. So we have implemented a way where you can define your custom languages. So usually how I did it with my Codi apps, I think I can show you this one. So I think you can see it. I'll just zoom it a little bit more. So I defined my own custom language. I'll just remove my device from the screen. So I did this. I defined my own custom language. I usually work with React with Tailwind CSS, and I don't want it to define it every time. So it will be possible now for you to actually create custom languages and build it out. Yeah, two languages. Yes. How is the development of AI agent? AI agent is something is what this all is towards. So we want the agent to basically be able to work with files. That's why we have the editor, so that it can edit files, create files, delete files, and work with the editor. This gives, having our own editor gives us a little bit more control over the file system, and gives the AI agent a little bit more flexibility in terms of creating files. Like you saw in the sandbox, now it can actually create multiple files with even a project structure. Like in React, some of them were actually in components folder. So that is one step. Second step is the use of tools. So we want the agent to be able to generate files and generate code, then actually test the code or even document the code. So the next step is basically integrating apps into the editor, and then the final step would be having an agent which can use apps, interact with files, and complete projects for you. So everything is being built in getting Codi to a point, getting Codi to a point where it can actually work with projects on a multi-file level. Just one input and it's editing files. So all the little steps are towards implementing an autonomous AI agent. Yes. Any more questions? I will. I love this section where I get to interact with everyone. So if you have any questions, please leave it in comments right now. I think that's it for this stream. Was really happy to introduce this new version of AskCodi to everyone. We had been working on this for so long, and finally getting it out in front of everyone, bearing it even when some mistakes have been made. But that's true for any AI agent. Getting it stable is difficult, but we are working really hard to get it stable across different LLMs and different apps. Really excited, and we hope to get this out to everyone very soon. Estimated date of release of V5. It's going to be a rolling update. We're going to be rolling it out to active users, premium users, and eventually get it out to everyone. But we want this to be in hands of people who can give us a lot of feedback, help us, because it's a massive update in terms of different UI, different models working together, a lot of advanced capabilities. So it might be possible that it breaks, and we would really like to fix this really fast before releasing it to everyone. So keep a lookout for your email address, for your email. We'll be sending out an email with access very soon, and hopefully we'll see this with everyone, and I'm so excited. We'll be releasing videos of use cases, how we're using this, what is the documentation of this over the time while you see this. So again, if you would like to test this, use this before, reach out to us. We'll get you in the line faster. Thank you so much, everyone. Really excited for you guys to use it. If you have any feedback, if you have any criticism, if you think anything needs to be changed, if you have feedback for us, join Discord, reach out to us, have a healthy communication, and I'll see you guys very soon over on our next stream.